Hey, it's your boy E Tally. I'm back again at it on Monday on this holiday. I don't know if we want to call this Columbus Day or Indigenous Day, but whatever day it is, I'm glad to be off and I'm glad to be having our presence. A coach from Davenport High School, Coach McNeil. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Coach McNeil. This is my 19th year as a teacher and a coach, and so I started off, at a small 1A school, and I learned from a lady. She won state in volleyball 6 or 7 times, and uh, just each place I've been, I learned a lot. And then I went to Waller, and uh, then I took a job at Jack Yates High School for 2 years, and then took my first head coaching job at Weimer High School, and then my wife and I had our first kid, and I was doing football, basketball, track, golf, everything at Wyoming. So I wanted to kind of get to where I was just doing basketball. And so took a job at a small town called Rockdale, and then came to Piper, and then now I'm at Davenport. So this is my 19th year. Again, I'm thankful to God for the opportunity He's given me to coach and impact young kids. I have my wife, and I have a wife and 3 kids, 5, 4, and 1 year old. So busy times, but love it. So I appreciate you having me, Coach.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Look. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can because, hey, man, having that kind of activities in the household, man, that's a lot right there. Hey, and I do remember those days because I have a few myself, so I do remember those little days. But at the same time, I thank you again, and like I told you, when I saw you last year, and I saw you again this year, I think what you're doing over there at Davenport and the program that you have, you're in a part of the city of San Antonio or outskirts or however you want to do it, and you have a real opportunity to make a big impact and kind of do and have some of the success that the Coach Cantus had and the Coach McCorn had over there at Bernie, because you're in a great location where you guys get a good group of kids. And let's talk about your success last year with the playoffs. I know you said got in the first round. You forced a tough team, but it's still you guys making the playoffs. What is that, and how is that impactful to what you're doing there as part of the school?
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's first time here. Davenport's been open for this is the 5th year, and last year was the first time we made the playoffs, so we made history. It was impactful because now we setting the bar that's higher. We don't want to just make the playoffs, but we want to make a run, and so that kind of guides our actions within practice, and just that legacy that each senior is trying to leave behind, and so looking forward to this year and what's to come.
And so it goes to my real first question. So, what do you believe will be the factors to contribute to this year's success that you're going to build off of? Like you said, being open 5 years. I know it's kind of hard because the school doesn't really go to basketball games as far as you got to set your schedule up, and you got to get seniors in there. So with all that saying all that, what do you look for, and what are going to be your factors moving forward to help you be successful?
Well, we talk about it all the time, but in practice, and just in everyday life, in terms of school, we want to work hard, we want to communicate, we want to compete, and we want to concentrate, having understanding of why and why we're doing the different drills. And so, there's growth in that we have to have, that I see this year, that we lost a lot of good senior leaders, and so just some of these kids stepping up into that role, and we actually going to vote for those 4 concentrations of team captains, and so to force them to kind of take ownership of the team, and who's going to be my workhorse, who's going to be my, get everybody going in terms of communicating. And so just kind of let it be team led, as opposed to just, me always trying to get them to do it. And so that's kind of this the 4 things that we look to build off of.
So with saying that, and you being a new coach there, not new coach in the coaching world, but being a new coach there, what are some of the philosophies and the strategies that you're trying to implement to be part of the new program? You know what I'm saying? Because again, 5 years is not a very old program.
Yeah, for sure. So we want to put pressure on the ball on the defensive end, and then play in the, use the athleticism that we have to play in the open court. But then if it's nothing there, then kind of have a little more, we're able to isolate or get the ball to certain kids who we based off of their individual strength, whether it's driving to the bucket or getting the ball to my big down low. And so But I also want to have, I want them to have the freedom to, hoop in the open court, but then also be able to play in the half court just in case we need to do both. So just be versatile and use athleticism and different strengths of the individual player. So
Okay. Talking about doing that. So what are some of your approaches when it comes to development and specific techniques or drills you're going to use to help those guys? Like you said, you do have a big. I watched you guys play a little bit yesterday, and you got some. Hey man, you got some size which will surprise a few people, I believe. But what do you do to help develop those guys to get better?
And you just called me when I was waiting on you to call. I got my shot chart list right here, and so I break it down per minute in terms of we getting. I tell the kids, hey, we trying to get individually better within the team concept. So I break down every shot that we have, and then I know, like for example, we get 32 shots in a minute. I'm trying if they at the rim, I'm trying to get 92% within that minute. So we need to make 30. You know what I'm saying? And so like just that accountability, and then again the part that I'm gonna have to do better at is getting them to understand within the play why we doing that drill. And so again, I tell them, hey, it's y'all's job to get individually better within what we're doing as a team. And so we get a lot of reps in a little time, like I said, based off of the shot breakdowns that I have. And so that's kind of how I use that to increase their skill in terms of basketball. So.
And I know being at a 4A school, I know it's kind of hard because you got basketball and football players and baseball and multiple sport players playing for you. So where does strength and conditioning play its role in your program, and how important is that in your program?
So that's one of our key pieces that we're really trying to. Because last year, one of the things when we lost in the second round of the playoffs, we kind of got out physical. So every morning we get up here at 8 o'clock and we lift from 8 to the period, and then that way I can have the period to do focus on basketball skill or training or team development. So we lift Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we skip Thursday. So and then I kind of tone it back. We're actually gonna max out, and then we'll start doing more speed weights to develop that conditioning side or aspect of it. Of course, with the running that we do, but it's high on our priority list to get stronger and develop that strength that's gonna be needed the deeper we go into the playoffs.
Okay, so again, year two, you're still new as far as building your culture, and what goes into building that culture, and how do you foster that to make sure everybody, like you said, how you pick your team captains, but how do you ensure that everybody understands what Davenport basketball is?
Yeah, well, I think expectation, and so just when we just redirecting every time we not living up to the expectation of what we establish in terms of our team goals. I think we let that drive us, and so each year we set, well, what are our goals that we want to achieve both within a game, in terms of percentages wise, and holistically, how do we want to make a run at state, or do we want to be the top defensive team in the area, or whatever the case is. And so kind of just letting those expectations and those beliefs be our guide and guide our actions and our thoughts and what we do and the steps that we take. And so just having that and reiterating that every time we don't see it. And so like last night I told him, I said, hey man, that was kind of rough to watch that, because I'm real big on team, and we didn't. That was the first time that I've seen that we didn't play as a team together. We had a fall league game last night, and so that was kind of. But I know they'll bounce back because we got some good leaders and champs. And I know we'll bounce back. So we'll address that tomorrow.
Okay. So what are some of your experience as far as last year and then going into this year? What are some of your experiences of some challenges or obstacles that you faced or you're looking to face this year? Because again, if I'm correct, a few schools have kind of left district and moved up, so that kind of readdresses who's the top dog and move some schools in, so y'all can have to have the number that you need to compete with. So what are some of the challenges that you're looking for, or you kind of overcome?
Yeah. Well, so I just think that if we can just play, in base, you always respect your opponent, but You know, I've seen teams in the past, not necessarily just my own or just in general. You know, when you play a team that's you think you're supposed to beat, then you know you kind of not going after it. You know, you kind of playing around or whatever. And so, but then when you play a team that you're not supposed to beat, then you kind of shy away. And so I just to stick to what we do, you know, no matter who we playing and have that focus. And again, I'm real big on belief. And so just everything that we do is guided off of, you know, what we believe in, you know, and so we have it on the back of our shirts uh, and our motto of humility and family and just really letting those things be our guide in terms of what we do on the court and not who we playing. You always want to respect them, but again, just what we do is what is what we focus on. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest things in terms of a challenge, as well as what we need to work on. Just staying focused on what we do in within our group.
Okay, staying in that same area of challenges, and we're going a little bit more towards adversity. Can you explain last year where you had? Can you explain and have a story for us where you faced adversity with the team and how you guys, you know, kind of overcame that adversity and had the team success?
Yeah, so we I think we were down by maybe 20 against Canyon Lake, and so I told the guys, I said we just got to chip away at it. You know, our shots weren't falling that game. They you know they were well coached and they had a game plan, and so they kind of slowed us down a little bit and in transition. And I said we got to, hey, we're gonna have to chip away at it. And so we got it within 10, and uh, uh, I think about 10 or 12 at the fourth quarter, and then we came back and ended up winning that game by 2 at the in the last couple of seconds. So that was one of the games last year that stuck out to me with respect to the heart of our kids and the championship mentality that we're trying to develop, because everything's not going to be easy, you know, and there's going to be times where the shot's not falling. But if we can just stick to what has to be consistent, is that on the defensive end, just getting those stops and putting those back to back, and I think we have a good chance to continue that you know, when things aren't going our way and overcome adversity, which every champion has to do.
Okay. Last question, as far as that I have to ask. All right, because this is important because I believe coaches are so selfless. You know, next to the military and public servants, you guys give a lot of time to others outside of your own. So with your family life, having young kids, your career, and then high school basketball, how do you juggle all that? Where are the what would you tell that young coach that's just getting to this, at year one, that hey, what to look forward to and how to balance your life? That's
Yeah,
important.
I think you know, I had an old school guy tell me, man, you know, like uh, uh, you let your priorities be your guide to your actions. And so my first priority is faith. You know, so make sure you spend time with God and then your family. Uh, 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 and so that's one of the reasons why I kind of took a step back. I was a head coach. I took a step back to come down here because my family's in Converse. My wife's family is in Wimberley, and so we kind of that decision was kind of guided by that, you know. And so uh, uh, and then of course school and sports, but so just keeping that foundation of faith for me is important, and then spending time with your family whenever having let your kids come to practice, or if have your wife come up here. She that's real big. They find you a wife that understands. Don't, because you can get you can pick the wrong one. And so like make sure you have that wife that is has your back and has that character that you trying to develop within your own family. And so, and I think that spews out into your program in terms of basketball. Having that faith in family, and that's what we try to do as a coach, and build that, and so those guys can model that when they get older and they start their own. So I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate God for the opportunity for allowing me to have this opportunity to impact young kids.
Okay. Okay. Well, look, coach, all the hard questions over, man. I always
Oh,
ask every coach. Yeah, that's hard questions, man. I ask everybody every time I interview. I always want to know, more about you. So, for me, it's about the audience and about, your community, knowing who you are. Give us a fun fact, something that no one knows about you. Only pretty much you, maybe and your wife and kids know. A fun fact that we got
I
to
play, I
know.
play, I play a little bit of piano. I play a little bit of piano. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I ain't a professional, and I can play a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
you're not the guy that goes out and you got you and wifey do date night and you walk in the
I
joint
ain't
and they got a piano
gonna.
there and you be like, hold on one minute, let me
Nah,
get a
nah,
few
nah, nah.
bars. And that's not you, is it?
Nah. I can't.
Okay.
So my uncle and they can all play by ear, but I got to sit down and practice, read the sheet music. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay. All right. Okay.
it take me about a week or two. So, to
Okay.
yeah, but
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, hey man, we're gonna jump into rapid fire, man. And I really appreciate you give me this time real quick. But we're gonna jump into rapid fire and I give you all your flowers in a second. All right. I'm a big football fan, but I'm not a coach in football. I just like football. I like the NFL. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you some questions here, and is that with some other things. Here we go. The Bills. This is next week's schedule. This is Monday night game leading all the way till next week. The
yeah.
Bills and the Jets. Who you got?
Bills.
Eagles and the Giants.
Oh, my pops. I got to go with the Eagles.
There you go. Lions or the Vikings.
Uh, Lions.
Okay, that's a good pick. Dodgers and the Mets. It's baseball now. Baseball now.
Yeah. I used to play shorts. Mets.
Okay. Oh, whoa, man! I'm mad at the Mets right now. They beat my Phillies right now, so I'm upset right now. All right, Yankees and the Guardians.
Yankees.
Oh, okay. I can ride with you on that one. I definitely ride. I like the Yankees too. I'm a big fan. All right, pizza or calzone.
Gosh, pizza.
Okay. Cheeseburgers or chili cheese dogs.
Cheeseburger.
Cowboy. Oh, no. I'm sorry. LeBron or Kobe.
Kobe.
All right. McDonald's or Burger King.
Oh man, it depends. Like I like Burger King, but hey, I got that free app with McDonald's. I'm gonna have to ride with McDonald's.
I know, right? They got the best app going right now. They got the best app going right now. All right. A two-part wing question. Hot or barbecue?
No, barbecue.
Okay. And then flats or drums?
Drumsticks.
Okay. And my last one, brisket or the chopped meat? Which one?
Brisket.
All day, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, shit!
Look,
Shout out to my brother and my pops. Hey, I'm telling you, they got. Next time they cook some, I'm have to let you check it out. I think they can compete with anybody in town. I don't usually say that, but
hey man, let me know. Let me
they
know.
can go.
Hey,
They
I'll
can
be
go.
there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm an undercover foodie now. I ain't a big
Okay.
foodie, but I'm an undercover foodie. I like to try new places, so definitely, man. Let me know. I'll check it out.
What's
But
up?
but but coach, on a serious note, man, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Again, man, this is important to me, important to our community, and important to the kids that we know our coaches. And it starts right here with platforms like this to give you guys the time and to say who you are a little bit and get to know you a little bit more. And I do plan on doing this more often. And again, I gotta fit you in, but like I told you, man, you close to the house, so you definitely gonna be one of the schools that I slide over and catch
Yeah.
that, that I got the schedule already. Just make sure all I ask of everybody is make sure that Max Prep be updated for me.
You
Or
got it.
just let me get a copy of the schedule. Either way, either one is good for me. Either one is
I
good.
shoot that.
I think this is important. You participate in the summer league, and I know you got a busy schedule coming up. And I'll send you a text asking for that schedule if you can, so I can make sure I put some stuff on the list so we can make sure we definitely give you guys your flowers and showcase a game or two. Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you again, man.
Have a good one. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.